Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Yijuan, I'm Juju, and today I'm so excited to share my collaborative research project, Embrace ADHD 100 Ways We Shine. It is a collaboration between Counteract and the Tech for Disability in London. And special thanks to Neurodiversity Foundation for supporting us. Before we dive in, let me tell you what is this all about. Embrace ADHD is a storytelling and exploratory research series. Our goal is simple: to uncover and highlight 100 unique life stories of professionals with ADHD about their work, their personal lives, and how they see themselves. Our target audience would be global, from different cultural backgrounds, including young people, parents, and anyone who wants to understand ADHD beyond the stereotypes. So, why did we start this? Well, I am a research fellow at the Neurodiversity Foundation and the co-founder of Soundtract. Before I moved to London in 2021, I never heard the term neurodiversity. In fact, in China, conversation about ADHD carry a lot of stigma. When I discovered my ADHD traits and started understanding myself, I found there's such a friendly community here. It felt like a whole new world opened up. I want everyone, wherever they live, to know that ADHD is not simply a deficit, it's a different set of strengths. That's why we're collecting these life stories and make them accessible across cultures and languages. So, let me introduce you to the dream team behind the Embrace ADHD. Firstly, me as a project coordinator, I design each interview and guide our research. And also, we have Marc Goblot, who's going to speak as a guest speaker very soon. Hello, Marc. He's already here. And who is our community advisor. He's a bridge to neurodiverse network in the UK and ensures our outreach is spot on. And also we have Vina Chang, our filming expert. She makes sure our videos look professional while keeping participants comfortable on the camera. Okay, so for today, I've just introduced why we are doing this and the team. After you're gonna know more about our preparation and key materials, work in progress, and highlights so far. And we chose semi-structured interviews for a reason, and they give us the right mix of guidance and freedom. We frame ADHD through authentic stories, never stereotypes, and use thematic coding with plenty of flexibility. Above all, we prioritize the interview's comfort. That means a relaxed conversation, no loaded questions, and plenty of space of their own voice to come through. We didn't just design questions in a vacuum. We talked with parents of ADHD kids and young professionals in China to hear their burning questions. For example, which jobs really suit someone with ADHD? How do I respond to ADHD challenges? How can I support my child's future success? Do I have to be normal to fit in? Those insights shape the key areas we explore in every interview. And here's how we set up for each session. Firstly, we conduct brainstorm sessions within the team to refine topics and draft our question framework. Secondly, a pre-interview prep call will be done. We will have a 20-minute chat where we align expectations. After that, we will share a draft script and make everyone feel at ease before the camera rolls. And thanks to the supportive neurodiverse community, we got interest to join from universities, friends, and events. And LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and Meetup are the three best friends we have to build the whole pipeline. We also keep our kits simple and portable. One camera, a reliable mic, and a tripod. But what really matters is adapting to each person's preference. So far, we have filmed indoors and outdoors, seated and walking, portrait and landscape, whatever makes our guest most comfortable. And now I want to show you some of our key materials. First is our one-page blurb. The one-page blurb. Can you see the screen changing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And firstly is our one-page blurb. We made a concise one-page overview that sums up our passion and the mission, including why are we launching this, what we will do, topic we're gonna talk about, and what do we need. And secondly, it's a 1-minute invitation video. I'm going to show you now. Can you hear it? Hi, I'm Gigi.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Welcome to our brand new campaign,
Embracing ADHD, 100 Ways We Shine.
In this challenge, we will be interviewing 100 professionals with ADHD from different career pathways and stages.
From artists to engineers, from entry level to experts, from London to the world.
We want to show how ADHDers succeed in our own unique ways. Too often, people only see ADHD as a struggle, but it's not just about challenges, it's about strength.
We aim to break stereotypes, inspire others, and show diverse ways to succeed.
If you're an ADHDer and would like to share your career journey, join us now. Share your story and embrace who we are.
Because ADHDers
belong everywhere.
Embrace ADHD, 100 Ways We Shine.
Cool. Let me go back. Where's the presentation? Okay, can you see the slide is back?
Yes, we can see the slides now.
Okay, cool. I just show the video, and we have a standard workflow to generate the initial script from the short prep meeting. We also prepared a simple device to film, as I mentioned before. Now we have 6 interviewees join the research. They're from totally different career pathways and wear many hats. They also have lives with late diagnosis. And no project is completely smooth. We understand that. We have seen some challenges like hesitation to participate when people lack an official ADHD diagnosis, even they are experiencing the symptoms already and highly suspect they have ADHD and experience the hard life. And there's also limited ethnic diversity among early respondents in London. We also we experienced the memory hurdles in the middle of conversation all the time. Actions have been explored to respond to these challenges. More careful editing brings the story together afterwards, so everyone looks and feel their best. And I want to share just 6 quotes from our previous interviews. They are moments that give us chills. 1. When I finally got diagnosed, I feel like someone handed me a map of a city I'd been lost in all my life. 2. I stopped trying to fix my brain and started designing around it. 3. Self-trust is the foundation. You can't build habits on top of shame. 4. I used to think I was just bad at things. Now I know I needed different tools. It's not about being perfect, it's about being prepared. 5. I presented a strategy to my team, and when they asked for my method, I said it's just my ADHD brain connecting the dots. 6. I don't need to change who we are. We need to change the system that are not built for us. So, as a researcher, I've learned 3 things. Firstly, stay flexible. A structure is helpful, but the best moments happen when you let the story breathe. Secondly, be present. Treat each session as a conversation, not a performance. Last but not least, prioritize safety. Emotional safety and comfort can spark the deepest insights. Now, here's where you are coming. We're launching our online channel today. Before that was in person. And scan the QR code on the screen to read our one-page overview, watch our invitation video, which you already did, and sign up to tell your own ADHD story. Whether you have a formal diagnosis or simply suspect ADHD, your story matters. It might light the way for someone else. Thank you all for listening. It's been an honor to share Embrace ADHD with you. Now, please welcome my good friend and collaborator, Marc Goblot, founder of Digital Diversity Living Lab and Tech London Advocates Tech for Disability. He is a social tech entrepreneur and gonna share his experience as an interviewee in this campaign and a community advisor. Marc, over to you.
Thanks very much, Juju. And for the rest of the audience, she's also well known as Juju, so that might make things easier, if you like. Good to meet you all. I'll be very quick. So first off, just as an interviewee, as an experience, it was I found it really relaxed and creative because, as Juju mentioned, we allowed for plenty of introductions and time to kind of prepare and get to know each other. So that kind of helped build a bit of an understanding before doing the actual interview. And it also allowed for an idea of which sort of questions would best suit. Because again, we're all very different. In my case, I was late diagnosed. So, in fact, a lot of my employment career working in digital tech was before I knew I was ADHD, and so I had to do a lot of recall with a new lens on it all. So that was quite an interesting reflective experience for me, and also that yeah, I guess being ADHD more recently, sometimes when we're actually doing the interviews, it was a little hard sometimes for me to keep focus and, kind of, I'd lose things in my working memory, which is one of those areas I find a lot of difficulty with, which is common to ADHD. But what helped really in terms of letting it all flow as best as possible was simply the fact that uh, we had this comfort. We knew we had a shared understanding about ourselves, which helped so I didn't have to explain so much. And it allowed for a lot of relaxed comfort, as I say. And also, I was allowed to kind of share a lot about what questions would help and reveal something about myself. So I think that part was really, really important because I think if you're dealing with people you like us, you probably want to have that shared experience, that relaxation first, and then allow that flow to happen between people to collaborate. And then um, I think that I found Juju to be really quite, though we're both, as I say, have a shared experience, she showed a lot of different things. Like she was very, very methodical in her work. She was very resourceful, and that really helped a lot. I learned a lot from it myself. And it was something that helped me kind of keep within her necessary structure. So there was just the right amount that didn't feel too much of a demand. And I think that really helps. We can learn from each other, our differences, even though we're in this whole area, shared experience. Just quickly on the community, I think that's I've been in London for quite a long time, despite the fact that I don't have a British accent. I lived in the Netherlands before, actually, and but I have been here quite a long time. I think it's basically over time, some of the areas I worked in, the digital, the design areas, and in tech, you do meet a lot of people who are neurodivergent, and then you start building up connections that way, and then getting involved with different institutions to help with change and awareness from government to charities like Autistica and so on. So with that, you start to build up a good network of people who really care about changing things. So when I heard about her idea, I thought so much that here are so many people I could imagine that would really well connect into this. I have this natural tendency to immediately, when Juju says something, I start thinking right away, oh, this person, that person. I make all these connections very quickly. It's just very natural, and I love doing that. And I think that's how that community was such a has become such a natural aspect of it. And it also makes sure that we get a good cross, a breadth of people coming from different backgrounds. As mentioned, there are lots I know who are very new to careers or looking for careers, and those like myself who have been through careers for quite a while and acted in very senior positions. So I appreciate it's important to get all those different perspectives in, and that's what really helps with having being able to tap into a vast community to kind of make sure that we've got this breadth of perspectives because so many people are very different. So I am hoping to very much continue advising from that perspective and make sure that we get a really good wide set of colorful and very impressionistic interviews with people. It's very qualitative, but that's something that really suits the sort of personalities we all have. So I hope one other thing I just wanted to say, I really, despite say all the potential cultural differences, as mentioned by Juju in China and so on. I do love the fact that we could find ways to transcend all these cultural differences with this sort of common shared identity and see how we can ensure that despite being in different places in the world that sees it very differently, there's still something about us all that you can kind of connect into. So I'll leave it there for now. Sorry if I talk too much, but there you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Now it's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, if you have any question. If not, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can chat later.
Thank you, Juju. Perhaps you could show once more the slide with the other QR codes that invites people to sign up.
Yeah.
So that may help you with the future of your research.
Yes.
This is being recorded, so I know that people who are looking for it, well, they see it right now.
Yes, call for action. Please join.
Thank you.
Tell me if you have any questions.
Well, I have another question. Is perhaps you told it. The future of the research. What is the aim on the short and on the longer term?
So the initial number we set here as a challenge is to interview 100 people. And ideally, we can collect 100 different journeys. Like, I mean, everybody's journey are different, but as diverse as possible. And maybe not only in London, but also in Europe, in Asia, in China, in Germany, and anywhere and online. So because the story is that, as I said, we had a short prep meeting at the beginning to prepare for the interview afterwards, but I found out that there's a lot of highlights. They just appear in the initial online meeting, so we don't actually need to meet each other in person to get the conversation done. So that's the main idea. Yeah.
And on a longer term, what would you like to do if research is finished? What would you like to achieve with the research after it's finished?
I want to create some social impact. So with this cross-cultural social education, I hope that the stories we collected from the globe can also spread to the globe to different areas. So the neurodiversity community is not local anymore; it's also international. So you can see like people are connected not with the geographical landscape. They are also because the internet is so powerful already. So, but still, because of a lot of reasons, people are not talking to each other if they're not in the same country. But with the same experience in neurodiversity in ADHD, we want to connect that.
Thank you very much.
Kind of the vision. Does that make sense? Is that what you asked?
Sure. Thank you very much.
Should I stop?
I have one question. I might have missed it, but when you're looking for people to interview, do you have a specific age range in mind, or Are you looking for people who only have ADHD, or are you also open for people who've other diagnoses while also having ADHD?
So firstly, for ADHD, this topic right now we are running is about ADHD. So experience around that will be great. But the diagnosis is not necessary because like simply in UK it's so hard to get diagnosed. There's a long queue in the public system. So it's not a necessity as long as you share the same experience and you have something to from your experience that you think could be helpful for others. Like people can reference on your story and that can make their life better. It will be meaningful. So we are open to that. And in terms of the other neurodiversity traits, we gonna like start new projects in the future, but it really depends on the budget we have, especially a human resource budget, because now it's only like a small team. But as long as we are capable, it's open to open more.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning that many ADHD people have something else that's co-occurring. So I'm also autistic, and so you can't just filter only ADHD people. You just take it as it really is in a population. So as I said, many might be dyslexic and ADHD or autistic and ADHD. So, there are many, and there are many that are waiting. And there are also many older adults like myself who are late diagnosed because that's something that's very new. But I think we mentioned that it's important to speak to people across all age groups and different stages of their careers. And different backgrounds to get those perspectives because there are always some that are just starting who could be helped by those who've already met some of the challenges ahead. So hopefully there's a big learning journey from this as well as a cultural one so that people say in China can see how others how it manifests in others elsewhere and how they deal with it. So there should be a great learning experience, I think, as a goal for this.